There's something about that girl.
She was born with a gift.
She's autistic. She's also big-time telekinetic.
I want Annie Wheaton.
Born with the power.
If anyone can wake up Rose Red, she is the one.
To unlock a legendary secret.
Are you holding the doors and the windows closed?
That has come.
You just go right on doing it.
Back to life.
Where's Annie?
Stephen King's Rose Red. Coming to ABC Sunday at 9/8 Central. Viewer discretion advised.
2020 Downtown continues. Once again, Cynthia McFadden.
How does a 10-year-old girl end up on the street selling her body to dozens of strange men? We'll let Rachel tell you, because it's her own intimate story. She's signed on as the newest, youngest member of Fresh's family business, but now can she play by her new pimp's rules? Here again is Dawn Daler.
I would like to go run an errand right quick, and I would like this young lady right here, she's been doing this since she was 10 years old, right?
As you can see, Fresh is always on the move. After he disappeared, Rachel told us her story.
I had just come from a massage parlor in Tennessee. I didn't like how things were going there, so I was planning on going back to Dallas.
But then Rachel spotted Fresh.
Before he even said something, I asked him the question, "Are you a pimp?" He said, "Yes, I am." And I said, "Okay, I knew it."
Rachel gave Fresh the money she had on her at the time and even cashed in her bus ticket. If this seems strange to you, it's not to her. Rachel says she grew up in the game.
When I started in this business, I was 10 years old in New York, in Manhattan. I was working out there with my mom. She had a pimp and I had a separate pimp from hers. And my mom had been doing this for 13 years. And when I did try it, I was young. I was scared. I didn't know what to do. And my mom showed me through all that. So I learned very quickly.
One of the things she learned was how to spot a pimp. So as of today, Fresh is her man.
He sounded like he was experienced with it when he opened his mouth. And I plan on staying with him for a while. Me, I've been in the game a while, but I'm still young. And I look innocent.
To compete in the game these days, Fresh says he has to use every angle available, which includes, of course, the internet. One of the ways he gets the word out about his women is an adult entertainment website, where Blondie and Shyla are listed. So any John in the Atlanta area is just a click away from a date with Fresh's girls. And the website seems to be working.
It's $100 per hour for one lady and it's $200 for two ladies.
Fresh claims his women are sometimes just paid companions, that sex doesn't necessarily happen, if the woman can control her John. And you don't have to spend much time with Fresh before you notice the control he has over the women who work for him. The tattoos say it all. Both Blondie and Shyla have one. Their meaning is clear. These women belong to Fresh.
Anybody can control a bitch's body, but man, it takes a hell of a man to control a mind. It's men out there who can't get their women to get up and cook breakfast in the morning, man. But I can get a broad to go out and bring me $1,000 a day on average. 4 or 5 broad. You get yours your way, I'm gonna get mine my way.
Who gives a what I say with this bitch?
Okay, no, but I didn't.
But what Fresh can control is human nature. There's trouble within the family.
Because I really don't give a what you got to say.
Good.
Blondie and Shyla are none too happy about having a new girl around, and they're giving her a hard time about not making any money last night.
Okay, hold on. Oh, shut up. Shut up. This ain't about her. What you do is go get my money tonight, tomorrow, and for the rest of your life.
So this is how he does it, controls his women. After berating them, Fresh turns on the charm.
Well, why are you sad?
Does what he calls building them back up by manipulating their emotions.
You understand? See, you don't get to be a big hoe overnight. You go through stages and steps. You go through the learning process from A to Z, okay? So you don't really have to feel like there's somebody that's gonna come behind you, because you are doing everything in your power to provide for me every single day, everything that I want. And I respect you for what you do for me.
Before taking Blondie and Shyla to their next date, Fresh lays down the law for Rachel.
Everybody in this hotel has to have $200 just to spend for the room. Now, what do they have for you? If they want some time and companionship.
Fresh gives Rachel instructions so she can start making money for him right here at the hotel. That's right. For pimps like Fresh, hotel guests are fair game.
Walk over there and find out what's going on at the pool. See the exercise room. Walk through the whole place. And if them people look at you, then you give them the wink. You give him the little signal. You gonna know the trick when you see him. And he's gonna know you when he sees you. You understand?
Fresh sees potential in the newest member of the family. Girls who look young are in demand in the game. And because they're easier to manipulate, prosecutors say many of Atlanta's pimps were targeting girls even younger than Rachel. As for Fresh, he's not yet 100% sure about the new girl.
If she's there at that room when we get back, then she should work out.
So when Fresh returns to the hotel, he's pleased to see Rachel has indeed been busy.
I'm always about the money. Everybody wants to succeed. The American dream is the big house, the big car, the dog in the yard, the white picket fence, all of that, okay? She can have that with me.
But is the American dream having sex with men you don't know for money and then handing the money over to you?
Okay, well, this is what we're dealing with in the sex industry. So this is this aspect of life. When you say, how is that the American dream? You may have another American dream.
Although Rachel made some money for Fresh, it was not enough for him. So the next night, he's going to make sure she does better.
My money wasn't right when you came in, but I guarantee you tonight, you will have better ends than you had last night. I'm gonna give you the instructions to do it.
So now he's taking her to an area known as the Track, a series of streets where the lowliest prostitutes work.
Okay, this is where you're gonna be walking from that market back there right up through here.
Fresh gives her a little tour of the places he wants her to go to make sure she will be seen and make some money.
You're walking. At all times, somebody's gonna see you and say, shit, well, do I want a movie or do I want a woman?
And despite all his big words about protecting his women, Fresh is putting this 19-year-old girl out on the mean streets of Atlanta alone.
It's a dangerous situation for these women. If you really cared for these women as you profess to them that you do, how can you put them in that kind of a situation?
Care for them in the sense of what? I care for them in the sense that they work for me, that they're my girls, that they're my ladies, that they have an understanding that we're gonna get this money this way. If they don't wanna do it, man, they can go work at McDonald's. They can go do what they wanna do. They do this by choice, not by force.
And Rachel chose Fresh because she thought he was going to be one of the good guys, a pimp who really cared for her.
I like who he is, bro. I like him for him.
But the game isn't about pimps who care, because for pimps like Fresh, the game is all and only about money.
She could not show, she could not produce. She had the potential, but all women have the potential. See, hoes are made, not born, okay? So again, if she would have followed the guidance and instructions, the knowledge and the wisdom that I gave her, she would have turned out all right.
As it is, we don't know how it turned out. Fresh never saw her again. And despite searching the track for hours that night, neither did we.
Rachel may be out of the picture, but there are always others